I chose to work with Ascend because I really value input from a venture capitalist who has experience operating as a founder themselves.
I started Ascend because I saw a gap in the market for Seattle venture capital, but there wasn't really an institutional capital source for founders at the very earliest stages of company formation. And I thought, who better than someone who's been a founder a couple times and seen a lot of the movie before to come in and start deploying capital at that stage. I'm Kirby Winfield, founding general partner at Ascend Venture Capital.
As a founder, you don't just want good investors, you want good people investing in you. And that's what Ascend is. It's the whole team. They're good people and they're good investors.
You spend an hour in the orbit of Kirby and Jen and their team. You will learn things and meet people that it's not possible to meet outside of many other settings.
Relatively small VC up in the Pacific Northwest has, I think, one of the best networks of any early stage VC. And when I went out to raise my A, Kirby was there from the very beginning, opened more doors than anyone else.
VCs are approached every day by a new investment opportunity. And if you can come in with a warm intro from Ascend, that's a great place to start.
Ascend feels like the connection you have to get to know the community here if you're a founder.
Every investor I meet introduced by Kirby comes out with, of course, how much they like working with Kirby, as well as how happy they are to meet with us because of Kirby's introduction.
He has really great relationships, and so when he makes an introduction, I get through to the VC every time.
Kirby's done a fantastic job of building his network in the Valley and then sharing that network with CEOs here in the Seattle community.
The reason why we are so excited to work with Kirby is also because he has a founder background and can really empathize with some of the challenges and issues we've seen. Also, he has a very disarming personality whereby if we feel imposter syndrome as first-time founders running into a certain situation, we've never felt weird or strange about going to both Kirby and Jen about any of these questions or challenges we have.
I valued Kirby as an operator, and I valued the firm's position as really adding value to the Seattle community.
What's special about Ascend is that we're more than a check. We have a founder background. Kirby's a multi-time founder. My background is running operations for startups. So we really know what that journey is like, and we can work with our founders and help them through that process and help them get to the next stages.
Oftentimes your relationships with investors is kind of distant. Kirby's someone that I feel like I know really well. He's extremely present in a helpful way, in a way that, quite frankly, I haven't seen replicated anywhere else.
Kirby's definitely the first person I text to try and figure out challenges.
At this point, he's my first call. Right? If I know someone is raising money or I have a project that I want to brainstorm, he's the first guy I call.
We probably have hired 3 people directly from requests that we put out to Ascend when we said, hey, we're hiring a CFO, for example. Boom, got an amazing CFO.
We make introductions. That's introductions to other capital providers, introductions to customers, introductions to potential employees. We've placed founding engineers, founding ops people, chief revenue officers. We've introduced people to their first Fortune 500 clients. We've introduced people to the lead investors in their Series A and Series B rounds.
When venture and equity capital dried up, and Kirby and Ascend helped us think through other ways to bring capital into the business, debt and debt financing, and it was a creative approach that no one else suggested.
When it comes to Ascend and the startup community, they are omnipresent. I mean, Kirby is out there in the community. He's at this cocktail event, he's at that startup mixer. He has, in the Seattle area, the biggest founder startup event, I think, in the entire area.
We decided to start throwing a party for founders 3 years ago. We called it Founders Bash. First year, a couple hundred people showed up, and now we've got more than 1,000. And it's an incredible celebration of local Seattle founder talent.
It really shows that we care about the larger community. We go beyond just our portfolio companies and support all the amazing founders here in Seattle.
Any founder thinking of taking capital from Ascend should stop thinking and take it.
close your eyes and take the investment from Kirby. If you've got a yes from Kirby, you would be stupid not to take investment from Kirby.
Yeah, it's very simple. You're a fucking moron if you don't take money from Kirby.
Absolutely say yes to Ascend as fast and furious as you can. You'll never regret it.
Kirby and Ascend are not just investors, they are partners who are along for the ride through the entire journey of your startup. It's not going to be an easy ride. So having the right partner with you is critical, and Ascend is that right partner.
Yeah, I was so impressed by Kirby and the journey that we had at Italy that I was very excited to come on board as an LP into Ascend. That's how much I trust him both as an investor and very excited to have him on board again for the next startup, Clarify.
They're the go-to early stage investor. He also has, I think, the most diverse repertoire of sneakers and shoes of any VC I know.
Everyone I talk to outside of Seattle, I think, are starting to wake up to how incredible the technical talent here is. And I think people that have been here for so long, Kirby and Jen included, have seen that forever. And now we're able to share that with the world and have that head start with being grounded here, set up a good community here. And now the world is kind of realizing how great of an opportunity is here. So it's just such a great time to be investing here in Seattle.
The future for Ascend looks a lot like the present for Ascend. We're going to be focused on Seattle. We're going to be laser focused on companies using disruptive technology to create massive opportunities for vertical software disruption, as well as the picks and shovels that support that disruptive technology. Today, tomorrow, and in the future, that's going to be AI. And as the generative AI moment evolves, we'll be investing in what's next after that.